Got twinkles? Here's a quick and surefire method to crochet granny squares together. It's neat and flat and easy to do. Plus, near the end of the video, I have a bonus section on adding a final edging to the blanket. Since this Twinkle baby blanket loves little odds and ends of yarn, I used more than 20 shades of purple scrap yarn to make 80 twinkles. Then I added the white to shape the twinkle motifs, and will add the yellow during this demonstration to finish the motifs and join them at the same time. If you like this pattern, check out my video How to Crochet the Twinkle Motif, or download the companion pattern by following the link in the description below. Let's first talk about approach. You start in one corner with the first motif and put the border on it. That allows you to learn the border pattern without worrying about joining. Then you begin row 2 on a diagonal. That means you have 2 motifs in that row which will join to each other and to the prior row. Plus, you become acquainted with corners. On row 3, it becomes more obvious how stringing the motifs together works, and you are introduced to even more corner situations. Ultimately, you keep adding more rows in this manner until you max out at the width of the blanket. When you reach the maximum length, you will begin having one less motif per row. The magical element is the join stitch and how to apply it in different situations. I will show you how to work the join stitch on the sides and how to work the join stitch when you reach the corners. And believe me, it is all about the corners. So now, I'm jumping ahead to a diagonal row in the middle to demonstrate the joining techniques. This is because every corner possible occurs on this row. So, I've laid out my next row that's going to go right into here, and as I do it, I'm going to join it to this side. The first thing you want to do is work along the outside edge just to join the squares in order so you don't have to worry about them. Then I join them when the side is adjacent to a finished side. I will go up and down and finish these. You will also learn how to begin the row, how to string the motifs together, how to join the corners on the edge of the blanket, how to finish a complete corner, how to jump and build an incomplete corner, and how to end the row. I like to attach my yarn on this side over here. And so I'm taking that first square and I'm pulling up a loop and chaining 3. When I get to the third chain, I'm pulling the end through. Then I'm going to work 1 double crochet right into the top of the center double crochet on the side, and then 1 double crochet in the next space. Now the chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet. Then chain 1. Now I'm going to do the corner just as usual with 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, chain 1. So I'm going to go right down this side just like I did. It's when we get to this corner that we do something different, and I'll meet you then. When I get to this corner, I'm going to do the first half of it, 1 double crochet, 2 and 3, and I'm going to do the chain 2. So that brings us to this point. And what I'm going to do is, instead of doing anything here, I'm not going to attach it just like over here. I'm just going to jump over to the next motif and put the first half of that corner into place. Oops. That's 3 double crochets in that corner. And then a chain 1. So do you see how I have the chain 2, a bar that it creates across? That's exactly what's down here. This is the bar that's being created right here, is that one there. Okay, I chained 1. I'm going to do my next 2 sides and corner just like this one over here. And I'll meet you then. I'm back at this corner and I'm finishing 3 double crochets to finish this one side. I'm chaining my 2. There's my 2. Now see how this lays out into this? And all I'm going to do is jump over to this one and do the exact same thing. And so we're going to do that until we get all the way to the end of this diagonal row. Okay, we're going to do another jump. And after you get used to it, you don't have to lay it out. All I'm going to do is do my chain 2, pick up the next piece, the next motif, and begin this part of this side. I have 2 more sides to do, and then I'll be ready to start joining. Okay, so let's lay it out. It fits in like here, and I am right where I'm going to start joining on this edge. We're going to turn this around because I have to do it from this direction. So I'm at the edge now, and you can see how these are going to fit right in, and I'm going to be joining them. So on the edge, I've already chained my 2 at the corner because you're always chained 2 at the corner. Take the loop off the hook, insert the hook into the corresponding corner on this side that you want to join to, pick up that loop and pull it to the front. Then chain 2 more. That's 1, 2. Then jump back to the working motif and work your 3 double crochets in the corner to complete the corner. Chain 1. Then take the loop off the hook, jump over to the corresponding space on this side and pull that loop through. And because that was a chain 1, we're only going to chain 1 to lock it down. Now we jump back to this side and we work the next 3 double crochets of the side. That's the one in the space, the one in the center double crochet, and the one in the next space. Chain 1 to form a side space. Take the loop off the hook, jump over here, pick up the loop, pull it to the front, and chain 1 because that's not a corner, that's a side space. Then we're going to jump back to our working motif and work the next 3 double crochets. See how systematic this is? And this will lay so flat. It's unbelievable. That's 1, 2, and 3. Then we chain 2 because we always chain 2 at the corner. Take the loop off the hook. This is the one that confuses everybody because you have these extra bars in between. We're going to jump over to this side, insert our hook into the corner space and under the 2 sets of bars. Pick up the loop, pull it through, and chain 2. Now the first one is going to be a tight chain. There we go, 2. And that joins it so that it lays just like this, perfectly. So we're going to work 3 more double crochets to complete the corner over there. Chain 1, take the loop off the hook, and then this side is joining to this motif now. So we're going to insert our hook from the front to the back in the joining motif in the corresponding space on the joining motif and pull the loop to the front and chain 1 to lock it down. Then we jump over to our side space and work 1 double crochet there, the second one in the double crochet, and the third one in the next space. Chain 1, take the loop off the hook, find that corresponding space on the joining motif, pull that loop through, and chain 1 to lock it down. Now we're back at an incomplete corner, which is right here. So what we're going to do is come back to our working motif and work our 3 double crochets in the corner. Okay, so I finished my corner here, and now I have chained my 2, but now this corner is twisted. I want to make sure that's untwisted. So I just untwisted it, and then I'm just going to ignore this one over here because this is an incomplete corner. We have another motif coming in, just like we did over here. We just create another bar between them, jump over to this motif, and work 3 double crochets in this corner to finish that corner. Chain 1. Now the corresponding space is over here. If you can see how this is going to go here. So we're going to insert our hook there, pick up that loop, and chain 1 to lock it down. So we've just worked this weird little corner again, which will close when we go and do the next row. So we're just going to continue all the way over to this side until we get here. And that's where we do the same join that we did on this side. And that's it. That's how easy it is to manage the joining for this. When you get to the end of the round, slip stitch to the first double crochet to join the round. Weave in the ends before you start the next diagonal row. I'm going to attach my yarn in any of the side spaces along the edge. Not the corner spaces of the motif, but any of the side spaces of the motif. I'm going to pull up a loop and chain 3 using the double strand of yarn. When I've got the third one finished, I'm going to pull that loop through so that I can weave this end in before I get back to it on the other side. Now my right side is facing me, just so you're aware. Then I'm going to work 2 more double crochets because of course that chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. And I'm going to do 3 double crochets in that first space. I'm going to chain 1 because I'm along the side. Now, when I get to the space that spans the join, I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the corner space of the first motif, 1 double crochet right around and in through that little space in the middle of the join, and then 1 double crochet in the corner space of the next motif. Chain 1. That spans that perfectly. And you'll see as we add more rows. Then I've chained 1 and I moved on to the next side space where I'm going to put 3 double crochets. Chain 1, the next side space with 3 double crochets. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Because it is. It's super easy to make this so professionally finished. Chain 1. Now I'm back to another join. So let's do it again together. 1 double crochet in the corner space of the working motif, 1 double crochet in that space formed by the join, and 1 double crochet in the corner space of the next working motif. Chain 1. And we're going to work all the way to the corner now. And in the corner space, the corner of the blanket space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, just like we did on the motifs themselves, because it works perfectly. So when you come all the way around, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 1 in each of the side spaces, and 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1 in each of the corner spaces, and then just continue on down the side. The only thing you need to know about this very first row is that how to treat the join. So we've made it all the way around. We're going to end with a chain 1, obviously, and then a slip stitch into the top of that, the chain up. I want to reposition my hook so it's in a space. So I'm just going to slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets to get across so that I'm over at this space, and I'm going to just work a single crochet, chain 2 instead of the chain up, and that will position me right over this space, and so I can continue to do the next round. And this round is exactly the same as the last round. I did 2 rows of bordering. Now I'm working on adding a little picot edge to the final row. So this is the 3rd row. So I do 3 double crochets, chain 3 instead of the chain 1 in between, and then slip stitch under the front 2 loops, skip over to the next space, and work 3 double crochets in that space. Instead of a chain 1, we're going to do chain 3, and then see how I'm going under those 2 loops? It makes a nice secure picot that doesn't flap around. It just stays right where it's supposed to stay. Then I skip over to the corner space. Now in the corner space, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch to form the picot, just like before. Then we're going to chain 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and come back to that same place and slip stitch to form a second picot. Then we're going to work 3 more double crochets into the corner, because instead of the chain 2, we're doing 2 picots. And let's take a look at what we have. Let me just finish this one, and we'll do one more just so it lays down nice and flat. There's our picot, and we'll start that next block. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we have enough room so we can look at how that corner is shaped. We have a picot going into it. There's the one, the second one, and then out of it again. And that is how we're going to do the edging. And you're just going to continue around and end with a slip stitch to join the round. The Twinkle Blanket simply sparkles with anticipation as we await the new arrival. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please take a moment to subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications of upcoming videos and events. Happy crocheting!